By virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor, I hereby constitute this congregation of the University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg, for the conferment of degrees and granting of diplomas and certificates. It's my pleasure to address you today. Ideally, we should have had this in person, but given the current circumstances we find ourselves with, I'll address you virtually today. This is a very august occasion of conferring on you your qualification in one of the top 1% of universities in the world, and definitely a premier university on the African continent. Your commitment and persistence indeed paid off. You are now part of a group of illustrious vets equipped with a world-class education that will undoubtedly open many doors for you. You've had an extraordinary head start. You stand on the shoulders of many great leaders who have walked through these walls, inspired change, and left their mark on society. They are people with a passion for excellence, defenders of the truth and justice, and activists who change the world for good. You walk in the footsteps of 4 Nobel Prize winners: Nelson Mandela for peace, Sidney Brenner for medicine, Nadine Gordimer for literature, and Aaron Klug for chemistry. For almost 100 years, WITS has nurtured intellectuals and innovators, scientists and researchers, discoverers and originators, problem posers and problem solvers, critical and thought leaders. These are individuals who have gone on to punch above the weight in their world of work. Today, you have become a member of this prestigious group. You will now have to build your own legacy as the future leaders in society. You have the vet's edge. You have been equipped with the necessary academic, research, and professional education to reshape the future of our country, our continent, and the world. The networks you have developed, your curiosity, your desire to change the world for the better will make you a good leader and a real Vezi. You are our future leaders. You represent hope for us all. Vezis do make a disproportionate impact on our world. I urge you to hold dear the values of this great university as you journey through life. Remain curious and advance beyond your comfort zones. Ask questions about everything to everyone. Hold those in power to account. Speak truth to power. Think critically and independently. Value intellectual excellence. Serve through your social active citizenship as a catalyst for change. Be resilient and adaptable. Appreciate collaboration and collegiality. Foster democracy and cherish humanity. We live in an historic moment characterized by uncertainty and change. You are graduating in the middle of a global pandemic unseen in 100 years. Our young democracy and other democracies abroad are buffeted by challenges and civil challenges and civil unrest. Our society is plagued by inequality. Our economy is not performing as it ought to, with unemployment rising. Yet I remain hopeful because of you, because I know that great societies, both here and abroad, can flourish in times of flux and rapid changes. We are rapidly adapting to change in our personal, professional, and social spheres. This moment provides us with a moment to pause and reflect on our political, healthcare, and socio-economic challenges that plague this world. We need to reset the baton as we reimagine our common futures. You will play a pivotal role in this process. It will be by no means an easy feat, but you must master your collective courage and strength to seek hope in despair and seek knowledge in failure, build innovation in disorder, and thereby advance our common humanity for good. This ceremony presents a fortuitous moment of hope and inspiration, an opportunity to chart a new course that can propel us into a new beneficial world order that will serve the public for good, for the good of all people, for the good of our future generations, for the good of our country and the world, for the future of our economy, for the good of an inclusive community, for the advancement of our societies, and for the good of the environment and the climate. We'll do this for yesterday and today and for tomorrow, for all our collective futures, for good. But we'll only succeed if we are guided by our conscience, our ability to discern right from wrong, our morals, our ethics, and how we uphold the principles of good governance and leadership in all aspects of our lives. When developing new vaccines, let's put people before profit. When you hold public office, let's serve with honor and diligence. When we live in a democracy, let's respect the law, the courts, and public order. When we treat patients, let's provide them with the best care available. When we build bridges, let's do so to the best of our abilities. We look forward to walking the next leg of our journey as we approach our centenary in 2022. We'll continue to harness our intellectual resources for good. We'll continue to develop excellent graduates who advance society, conduct world-class research, and foster innovation, and use our location in Africa to lead from the global south. Finally, please allow me once again to congratulate you, your family, your loved ones, on your moment of this great achievement. This day is yours and represents a culmination of many years of hard work and dedication. Remember this moment. Savor it. Your graduation is an important milestone, which certainly will change your life forever. Today, candidates will be presented for degrees in the 5 faculties: the Faculty of Commerce, Law and Management, the Faculty of Engineering and the Built Environment, the Faculty of Humanities, the Faculty of Health Sciences, and the Faculty of Science. I award and confer degrees and granting of diplomas and certificates on the persons whose names appear in the graduation program. I call upon the Deputy Vice-Chancellor to introduce the deans.
Thank you, Vice-Chancellor, for that introduction, and welcome to all the graduates and their families to this virtual graduation ceremony. It's a great pleasure to say a few words of congratulations on this major achievement. Of course, you should all be able to hug your family and friends and throw your caps in the air, but sadly, that is not to be. But I do hope that you are able to celebrate in your own way, because this is a major achievement. You've managed to obtain your degrees despite all the odds, and I'm sure it's been a difficult time for many of you. So once again, congratulations on this achievement. We have 6,712 students graduating in this cluster, of which 169 are PhDs and 876 are master's graduates. You've all now joined the ranks of being a graduate of WITS, which is an international leading research-intensive university. This degree gives you a passport to go out into the world and to make it a better place. WITS prides itself in its diverse student population. that is broadly representative of our country's demographic. This gives your graduation additional significance as well as additional responsibilities. So once again, congratulations on this major achievement. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I now have the honour to call upon the deans of each faculty to present candidates for degrees, diplomas and certificates.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, as Dean of the Faculty of Health Sciences, I have the honour to present candidates for degrees, diplomas and certificates. Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Dentistry, Master of Medicine, Master of Medicine in Anesthesia, Master of Medicine in Anatomical Pathology, Master of Medicine in Community Health, Master of Medicine in Dermatology, Master of Medicine in Diagnostics Radiology, Master of Medicine in Emergency Medicine, Master of Medicine in Internal Medicine, Master of Medicine in Microbiology and Pathology, Master of Medicine in Obstetrics and Gynecology, Master of Medicine in Orthopedic Surgery, Master of Medicine in Otolaryngology, Master of Medicine in Pediatrics, Master of Medicine in Plastics and Reconstructive Surgery, Master of Medicine in Psychiatry, Master of Medicine in Surgery, Master of Medicine in Urology, Master of Science in Dentistry, Master of Science in Medicine, Bachelor of Clinical Medicine, Practice with Honours, Bachelor of Dental Science, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, Bachelor of Clinical Medicine Bachelor of Clinical Medical Practice, Bachelor of Oral Health Sciences in Oral Hygiene, Postgraduate Diploma in Health Sciences Education, Postgraduate Diploma in Tropical Medicine and Hygiene, Diploma in Tropical Medicine and Hygiene, Master of Pharmacy, Master of Public Health, Master of Science in Epidemiology, Master of Science in Nursing, Master of Science in Occupational Therapy, Master of Science in Physiotherapy, Bachelor of Health Sciences Honours, Bachelor of Nursing, Bachelor of Pharmacy, Bachelor of Science in Occupational Health, Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy, Bachelor of Physiotherapy, Bachelor of Health Sciences, Diploma in Advanced Nursing. So it's with great pleasure that I welcome you today to the graduation ceremony for 2021. Today we're going to be recognizing 488 individuals that have been able to complete their studies over the course of the past 1.5 years, which has been extremely challenging at multiple levels. Included amongst the 488 graduates in the Faculty of Health Sciences are 44 that will now be conferred the degree of a PhD. To them, a special congratulations, because this accomplishment has taken place in the midst of extremely dark times across the globe, as well as in South Africa. Over the past 1.5 years, we have faced immense challenges due to the COVID-19 pandemic and the manner in which it has disrupted our lifestyles, the manner in which it has disrupted functions at the university, both with regard to social activities as well as with regard to activities related to teaching and learning. Despite those challenges, we have you as a collective that have been able to stand up and be counted amongst those that have been successful in completing their studies. The celebration today, obviously, is one that not many of us would have envisioned would be occurring in the type of manner in which it is taking place. For many of us, graduation ceremonies are things filled with pomp and ceremony. Graduation ceremonies traditionally have been occasions when we're able to share the happiness with our families and friends. Unfortunately, for some amongst us, we've actually lost loved ones, people that we otherwise would have been sharing this happy occasion with during the course of the past 1.5 years due to the impact that COVID-19 has had on the health of our loved ones. Nevertheless, I think it's important for us to realize that there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Right now, the global scientific community has been immensely successful in ensuring that we can develop tools, and in particular vaccines, that will assist us to get beyond this particular period and to get back to a relatively normal lifestyle, hopefully within the course of the next few months. Further challenges that we currently face in South Africa speak to itself in terms of just the difficulties that we face as individuals as well as a country. The current social upheavals certainly creates a further dark cloud in the midst of all of gloom that we've experienced over the past 1.5 years. Nevertheless, it's still important to reflect on your achievements. It's important to reflect how your achievements are going to equip you, either in pursuing further studies and hopefully at the Faculty of Health Sciences at the University of Witwatersrand, as well as how your studies is going to equip you now to form part of society as you pursue your career, hopefully for the upliftment of all South Africans. And with those few words, I thank you for having taken the time to participate in the ceremony, and I wish you the best of luck with your future.
Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students from the Faculty of Health Sciences for the degree of Master of Pharmacy. Rabia Ahmed with distinction. Hamna Hassan with distinction. Fatula Ibisomi. Tashin Ismail. Benhilda Jaji. Sarah Kola. Pakama Mahlumba. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students from the degree of Master of Public Health. Noluthando Bunu. Puseletso Maja. Tembekile Majozi. Natasha Mazonde. Eunice Mutava. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Master of Science in Epidemiology. Kelso Alafo. Tasania Chinsami. Dorothy Chisare. Nicola Chiwandire. Roger Caesar. Munachismo Dim. Nyasha Zavakwa. Madeline Goodman. Tetelo Makameti. Zisiwe Mahlati. Maseti Menyatswe. Vangelisasi Msola. Ilunga Mulumba. Kalenda Naguti. Tariro Ndoro with distinction. Hlobisile Nkambule Bembe. Tawanda Nyengerai. Emily Odipo. Griven Otiono. Anisha Ramada. Jessica Yun. Tembekile Zwane. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Master of Science in Medicine. Safia Batach Lunat. Anita Blooming. Nezerith Sengik. Kate Da Silva with distinction. Chimangatso Denga with distinction. Newo Dulaze. Susan Ewing. Stuart Hackland. Charmaine Kumalo. Mukhati Lehong. Musima Litswalu. Buntle Mabulu. Temakatso Makula. Ke a leboga Mokolobate. Hlamatsi Mutlwana. Kuzaishe Munda. Abubakar Namatina. Nhanisi Ndlovu. Niske Nel. Mandisa Ngema. Khutatso Nkwana with distinction. Tandanani Nkwanyana. Brandon Palmer. Supeshini Pillay. Rufaro Samanga. Zianka Smith. Nabila Suji. Sohana Suknandan. Mumuni Sumaila with distinction. Setlamuraho Tubejane. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Master of Science in Nursing. Kofo Urola Adehaniole. Zanele Hlope. Jennifer Jones. Nkeruka Mbachu. Nomthandazo Ngema. Nelisiwe Ngwenya. Mapje Kadimeng. Carrie Ann Singaram. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Master of Science in Occupational Therapy. Alexis Badenhost. Morgan Bruce. Bronin Carter. Narishka Turasami. Ricky Greenbeck. Nokuthula India. Jessica Makunyaho. Bonang Mhlekwa. Nicole Paul. Tara Lee Wellman. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Master of Science in Physiotherapy. Jolandi Jacobs with distinction. Sean Kaplan with distinction. Johannes Swart with distinction. Michaela Weinberg. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences Honours. Shayur Arjun. Esihle Binase. Liani de Villiers. Ethan McCrae. Ndabezinhle Mngoma with distinction. Sipesihle Nonjola. Jeremiah Osukunle. Jessica Russell with distinction. Mcebo Zwane. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Nursing. Masuku Makwawe. Mankwana Mokumo. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Pharmacy. Tsepiso Dlamini. Naim Jokiyat. Tato Mumalo. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Occupational Therapy. Francis Hlebela. Mr. Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Physiotherapy. Taryn Brown. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the degree of Bachelor of Health Sciences. Sahid Abdul Rahiman with distinction, Daniel Abrams, Daniela Afonso, Mark Aguirre, Zara Akbar, Susan Alexander, Caitlin Anthony, Simpiwe Bala, Yashna Butt, Nathaniel Block, Raymond Bock with distinction, Tyler Bolel, Beatrice Buloto, Enkakure Bupe, Tyler Botis, Matthew Bromilo, Megan Broughton with distinction, Hayona Biyun, Turia Kaji, Declan Carolyn, Sibonokuhle Tsebanto, Ishmael Chohan, Andy May Kluti, Kevin Colborn, Megan Dateline, Nokwanda Dlamini, Claudio Di Giacomo, Natasha Dodd, Eric Donzella, Tasnim Fahad with distinction, Rovimbo Forget, Ryan Frere, Kent Gilbert, Penina Herring, Tayiba Hussein, Anzio Jangis, Kelly Johannes, Viveka Kalin with distinction, Juanita Kalunga, Dimpo Kapa, Lisa Kemshol, Ketsia Kani, Debojo Libia, Katia Lopez, Dana Loaki, Refumo Mabasa, Abena Unam Makwebu, Matubule Maila, Beneli Makafula, Tsetimuso Machene, Nomvula Malapela, Pamela Maluleke, Romana Mamuchi, Emma Manduk, Ngwanamadima Mapetu, Rotondwa Mapupa, Clarice Mare, Ramukone Marakalala, Taylor Max, Nermiem Mayet with distinction, Sandra Mazikana, Jesse Mhlanga, Mahunchu Mhlongo, John Benay Mitchell, Kelebogile Mlambo, Tsepang Mufukeng, Moiponi Mohale, Amanda Mokwena, Mamabula Mulapo, Bongi Mulefe, Sholin Mutli with distinction, Ntsako Mpahlani, Phumelela Msomi, Wezile Msomi, Sibongile Mthethwa, Wantonda Mukhoba, Dinewo Musi, Andrea Mutamba, Sushka Neik, Given Ndebele, Cebelihle Ndwandwe, Linda Nene, Karen Netza with distinction, Daniel Nico, Shelley Nithiandam, Matsi Nkgodi, Nontutuko Ntsele, Caitlin Okona, Unnati Phakade, Cheyenne Patel with distinction, Zara Patel, Diren Pema, Keneilwe Petla, Kevana Pillay, Monique Pinero with distinction, Masefuke Pule, Manishka Reddy, Nikita Reddy, Nicole Riley, Farana Sali, Ruak Sarangarajan, Sarah Sawan, Natalie Schroeder, Laura Schult with distinction, Yolanda Sadat, Gire Sekizenge, Mpho Silepe, Mpumelelo Sibeko, Kosinati Sithole, Dana Smith with distinction, Kiara Soni, Grace Taylor, Benjamin Tenza, Palisa Tsoteti, Devin van der Laar, Rissa Wadi, Tabiso Zwane. Mr. Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the students for the Diploma in Advanced Nursing. Tahira Hassan, Phela Rafulo, Felista Uzowuru.
Good day, Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, members of our esteemed senior executive team and academic staff, and a special greeting to our graduates and viewers joining us remotely for today's graduation ceremony. In no version of our world ever did I expect to be participating in a graduation ceremony in which our renowned Great Hall was not packed to the brim with graduates and their loved ones. Graduation is the culmination of your academic journey and a time to recognize and celebrate the enormous amount of hard work and dedication that you have invested into your education. It is exceptionally unfortunate that I cannot address you in person. With that being said, please feel free to leverage the power of technology and social media and post some pictures and videos of how you're celebrating your graduation with all COVID protocols in place. Do not forget to use the hashtag #VITSI4Life. My name is Stacey Lee Bolon, and I'm the president of the WITS Convocation Executive. Convocation is a body established officially under the university statutes to represent graduates of the university, as well as the registrar, full-time permanent members of the academic staff, professors emeriti, and retired staff. I would therefore like to take this opportunity to welcome you, WITS graduates, as the newest members of our convocation. You have now officially joined the ranks of some 200,000 members of WITS Convocation. Membership of Convocation is free and gives its members unique privileges, which includes, for example, nominating the Chancellor of the University. Our Convocation Executive mandates that the Convocation Exco discusses and states its opinion upon any matters relating to the University, including matters referred to it by Council, allowing for the views of this body to be represented at the highest levels of governance of the University. Convocation acts as an official channel, allowing members to convey to the University management their views about the University, and thus forms a vital link between the University and the global community in which it operates. This is, of course, of vital importance as the long-term reputation of our university impacts the value of the WITS degree in the market. Graduates, in your hand you hold the great gift of education. May I implore you to use your knowledge, your degree, to the best of your ability in pursuit of fulfilling your life's ambition. Today you enter the world as a graduate from one of the greatest universities on the African continent. You enter into a world filled with many challenges, but a world that is also filled with limitless possibilities. May you meet all the challenges and opportunities that await you with pride, drive, passion, innovation, social conscience, and positive purpose. Now that you are a Wits grad, please remain responsible. Whilst we certainly focus today's attention on our newest grads, it is also fitting to recognize those that have helped our grads through their academic career. Many of you have been supported financially, and it is likely that all of you have been supported with a great deal of encouragement. I would like to extend recognition to your loved ones, mums, dads, gogos, umkulus, and everyone else that has supported you through your academic journey. Please take the time to include and celebrate your achievement with those that have supported you. I would also like to spend a moment and extend thanks to the Wits academic team who have dedicated their time to teaching our future leaders. Thank you. Last night, you would have received an email to your student email address. Please ensure that you check this email and complete our graduate exit survey and provide us with your updated email details. This survey will take you about 5 minutes to complete and will assist in informing university policies and plans. I look forward to checking out social media to see how you're celebrating your graduation. #WitsiForLife. Please remain in contact with us, follow us on social media platforms, and join us for discussions, debates, and updates on LinkedIn. Wishing you the very best of luck in your future pursuits. We hope that you make us proud. And whatever you do, just remember, you got your edge at Wits.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the proceedings for today. And now, by virtue of the powers vested in me as Vice-Chancellor and Principal, I hereby dissolve this congregation of the University of the Witwatersrand, Johannesburg.
Batwele